Well, coming up this week on Out and About Columbus, it's our Business Around Town show, and it's one of our favorite shows because we get to take you to some of our favorite businesses around town. We went to Yutzy's Farm Market to check out produce out there, even with the winter months upon us, and to see some of the prices that he has. I know prices are on the rise, and you'll be surprised some of the great prices you'll find there. We also stopped by Cousins. They have some new things for winter that you're going to want to learn about, and we came by Columbus Collision, where they have some new services and a way around if your car just has some minor damage out of a collision. Renee, what did you find?
What do you do in the dead of winter with the kids? Well, give the Tumble Bus a call. I'm Renee Joseph, and along with Mike Kilburn, we are Out and About Columbus, and we take you there.
Well, at least you can still find some potatoes and a lot of produce at Yutzy's Farm Market. We talked to Greg Yutzy to learn about how this weather may impact prices and what you expect to see in the spring. Greg told us more. Well, Greg, good to be back at Yutzy's Farm Market in the new year.
Hi, Mike. Good to see you.
You know, I was wondering, we're seeing all this warmer temperatures. I know we've had a couple snowstorms now and a little colder, but we're back up again in temperature. How's that going to impact things?
Well, right now it's good for business. We get a snowstorm every week or 10 days. People come stock up. Then the weather gets nice. They want to get out again. So business has been great, really, for January. Looking forward to spring. As long as this weather stays normal or maybe better than normal, we'll have things shouldn't fluctuate too much.
So is there any impact to you when you have like a wet winter versus the freezing?
Oh yeah, because people they go on the roads according to how nice the weather is. If you got ice and snow, they stay home, they'll hunker down for a few days. But also getting supplies in here. I mean, it's already tough to get trucks in here, and if they miss a day, everybody's off a day, and just things get backed up, and it's hard to plan for that.
So in terms of produce, what can I get right now?
Well, right now we still have Michael's potatoes, and that's really the only local thing. We have some Ohio apples yet, but the rest is coming out of the South and California. We have all the normal stuff, all the fruits and vegetables. Lettuce has been nice. Peppers are nice. They come out of greenhouses in Canada. Of course, we have bananas, the full line like we do in the summer, but it's just not locally grown.
So I was wondering, how are prices going? I mean, I keep hearing inflation. Is it impacting you?
Yeah, it really is. And prices are up really because of the labor shortage and because of the trucking shortage. These places just can't get their product out, or they have workers sick and they're not running at full capacity. So that just affects everything right down the line.
Well, one thing I do know is that this is still the best deal in town for meat, cheese, and all that, regardless of the price increases out there, right?
That's right. We're still a big volume buyer, and we pass those prices on to our customers.
Fantastic. Well, give us some contact information where we can find you here in Plain City.
Well, check us out online, of course. You can order online. We're just south of Plain City, Commerce Huff Road off of Route 42. We're open Monday through Saturday, 9 to 5.
Fantastic. Greg, good seeing you again. Happy New Year.
Thank you, Mike.
We visited the Tumble Bus, and it's a great thing for your child to have some fun this winter. Give them a call, and they can come out and visit your daycare center. We talked with Autumn, who explained all about the bus. Well, Autumn, it's so nice to meet you, and thanks for having us out to the Olympic Academy of Gymnastics, and especially here at the Tumble Bus.
Thanks for coming.
This is really cool. I can see where kids would just love this. Tell us all about what is the Tumble Bus.
So the Tumble Bus is a custom-built bus that was converted into a mobile gymnastics center. We travel to multiple locations here in Licking County to visit over 100 kids at their daycare center. The bus, as you can tell, we love to decorate. We typically change the bus every 2 weeks to different decorations like Frozen, Paw Patrol. We even do the Ohio State and Michigan football game. We do Christmas time. By changing the themes each week, we keep the kids interested and more motivated to learn different things.
It is absolutely adorable. What do the kids do when they get here on the bus?
So on the bus, we create a foundation for multiple different sports. For the gymnastics program, we teach them basic lessons like handstands, cartwheels, forward rolls, backwards rolls. We even start them on some back handsprings over the barrels. We teach them some baseball and softball tricks like throwing and catching, dribbling a basketball, and of course kicking a soccer ball.
It sounds like a lot of fun. Does the Tumble Bus go anywhere besides daycare centers?
Yes, we actually can take the bus to your home as long as it has the room to fit. We do participate in multiple community activities like the Geller Park Star Spangled Celebration, the Granville Parade, and we even have taken the bus to multiple corporate events throughout the year.
How do we find out more information about the Tumble Bus so we can let our kids have some fun?
You can visit our website at www.olympicacademyofgymnastics.org or visit our Facebook page, which is under Olympic Academy of Gymnastics, or just give us a phone call at 740-522-6984.
Autumn, it was a pleasure once again to come out here, and what a great concept you guys have.
Thanks for coming out.
You know, every once in a while you find a company that's really doing the job right, and that's C&J Basement Solutions. We have interviewed lots of people that have done business with this company, and they have one thing in common, and that's that they have saved thousands of dollars doing business with them. And most recently, we had an opportunity to talk to former OSU and NFL linebacker A.J. Hawk and his wife, who had some work done by C&J Basement Solutions, and they were just amazed at how much money they saved and what a fantastic job that was done. I guess I'd like to start and kind of find out what led you to have to look for some repairs to a leak that you had in your house.
Well, we were going through a basement and seeing, and we had the moldy smell and just everything wasn't going. It felt damp, and then we took some boards off the wall and realized we may have had a bigger issue than we thought. So we started looking around, and some of these bigger companies came out and quoted us, which seemed like $1 million just for our basement, and we knew we couldn't really. That wasn't a reality for us. So C&J came in. Luckily, it showed us right away some great solutions and saved us thousands and thousands of dollars basically over everybody else. So they came in and finished the work and did everything exactly as they said they would, and it was perfect, actually.
Did any of the companies want like a deposit that day they came in to sell you?
Yes, they did. And we just weren't quite comfortable making the decision at that time. We always like to kind of vet a few options. So we were glad we didn't pull the trigger and that we went to the next option because it was the better option.
The final question is, what would you tell people that may be looking at getting something repaired in their basement?
I would tell anybody to absolutely bring C&J out and at least talk to them and see what they have to offer, because for us, they followed through on every single thing that they said, and like Laura said, saved us thousands and thousands of dollars. So everything turned out exactly as they told us it would turn out.
Yeah, absolutely. You need to call C&J. They do the best job. They're going to be quick and efficient, and they're going to save you lots and lots of money.
For further information, go to cnjbasementsolutions.com to learn more. Like the Out and About Facebook page for pictures, video, and more on the show, including news on upcoming shows and even exclusive behind-the-scenes content. That's facebook.com/outandaboutcolumbus.
Taking care of your health is so important. One of the ways you can get that help is through Green Harvest Health. Dr. Bridget told us what sets them apart. Well, Dr. Bridget, it's a pleasure to meet you. Thanks for coming on Out and About Columbus.
Absolutely. Thank you so much.
Well, tell us all about what makes Green Harvest Health different from other cannabis offices.
Absolutely. So Green Harvest Health is an integrative medical cannabis clinic. So we focus on the education and the empowerment of our patients while also looking at how we can empathize with them as well. So we provide a number of different services, but also provide treatment plans, we provide education, as well as free follow-up. So there's nothing that gets in the way of you getting the best care that you can.
Well, I find it so interesting. Tell us what exactly are the services that you do offer here?
Absolutely. So obviously we have medical cannabis recommendations, but we also have our own line of CBD products. We do life coaching and counseling and have IV infusion. And we recently just launched a book just about a month ago.
What makes your CBD products different from others that are out there?
Absolutely. So the CBD products that we have, the great majority of them are formulated by myself and my team. We looked at what our patients were looking for and created products that really reflected that. In addition to that, we do full panel lab testing so that we look at not just the cannabinoid content, the CBD and THC, but we look at the metals and pesticides, which are really important for someone's health and to making sure that the product is healthy and clean of anything that would be harmful.
How can we find out more information to find out if you can help us?
Absolutely. So you can always contact us at our website, which is greenharvest.health. And as well as just call our office at 614-636-5003.
Well, Dr. Bridget, thank you so much for coming on and sharing this information with us today.
Absolutely. Thank you so much. I appreciate you having us.
Miss any of today's show? Now you can catch it all on the go. Just visit onacolumbus.com for past episodes and all of our latest content. Well, as you see these temperatures drop into the 20s, there's nothing like a warm coat. We stopped by Cousins, Army, Navy, and he's got a great new supply in of these wonderful pea coats plus other things. We talked to J.D. Richardson. He told us more. Well, J.D., good to be back at Cousins.
How about you?
Yeah, man, new year.
Absolutely. New year.
And new cold weather.
New cold weather, yep. The surplus Santa was good this year. We got all kinds of stuff in over the last couple of weeks.
I'm wearing one of them, right?
Yeah, that's one of the pea coats. That's one of the last official pea coats in the whole wide world. The authentic pea coat manufacturer, there was only one. They're out of business now. And I was able to get some of their remaining inventory.
This is like literally the warmest coat in the world, isn't it?
They are. I've got one myself, and I only get it out when it's bone cold.
So let's talk about some of the other coats that you have available.
Well, we got a good stock of the pea coats, which is really good. We got some parkas. We got a variety of parkas, including this is one of the warmest parkas we got. It's a great parka. It really works well.
Well, the length is really nice. It looks like it's got a length that protects you pretty well.
It's like it's like running around wearing your bed. Yeah. You're just that warm and cozy. These are real nice. They're fashion forward. This is a city camo design, but these are fashion coats. These are not military.
How does that keep you warm inside? What do they put in those?
They put a hollow fill type material in there. It's polyfill that maintains your loft, and that the air in the loft create the insulation that keeps you warm and toasty.
So what's the gray coat then next to that? Is that a military coat? Or?
That is a military coat. That is a Bulgarian Air Force coat. We have a lot of folks that like the long style coats, right. So we try to bring some of those in. That one's Bulgarian Air Force. This one here is a Swedish Royal Guard. We have some vintage and collectibles.
What about inventory? Do you have all sizes, or is it like get in here, you better hurry up?
Well, it's always get in here, you better hurry up, because these are the last pea coats in the whole wide world. Literally, I mean that.
Well, JD, how can people come and find these great coats? I know it's a little hard to find sometimes as you're going down High Street, so locate it for us.
We are at 2469 North High, just south of Hudson, and we're in the same building as the liquor store and the vapor store, in the same place where North Campus Video used to be.
Just slow down. Once you get past Hudson's, you're heading south, right?
That's correct.
Oh, fantastic.
Look for our banner.
All righty. JD, good to see you, buddy.
Grand
Some great coats.
you.
Thanks for being on the show.
Thank you.
Miss any of today's show? Now you can catch it all on the go. Just visit onacolumbus.com for past episodes and all of our latest content. Well, if your car has been involved in a collision and your car just has minor damage and can still be driven, Columbus Collision has a solution until your parts come in. Plus, they have some new services here at their location that we learned about from Ashley. Well, Ashley, good to be back at Columbus Collision.
Thanks for coming back.
I understand that there's a heck of a problem trying to get parts. We all hear about the ships off the West Coast that have a lot of the parts that are coming into the country. So what are you doing for your customers?
Well, we've seen massive shipping problems right now. So what we've decided to do is we've created like a pre-order program. And when a customer, now this is when a customer has like a minor fender bender and their car is drivable. We will allow a customer to, we'll pre-order parts for them, and then we'll contact the customer when when their parts come into the shop. And then when the parts are actually in, we're ready to build, then the customer can drop off the vehicle so that their vehicle isn't here immobile and they can, remain on the road.
Now, would you do any repairs to them at all before they take it back out on the road? I mean, like if it was a grill or something like that, can you install that and then they still continue to drive it till you get maybe a fender?
I mean, we could. Technically, we wouldn't want to. We wouldn't want to start the repair until we had everything. But, if need be, yeah, we would always make that accommodation for a customer.
So everybody is suffering from this whole backlog of shipping, right?
Mm-hmm. Correct. Yeah, I mean, we've seen it across all avenues. My most veteran technician, this is the first time he's ever seen anything unprecedented like this. And this is all makes and manufacturers, any part from, a steel part to a plastic part. Everything's being back ordered. Yeah.
What a shame. What a shame. Well, the good news is it sounds like you're doing some new services here in the garage. So tell us a little bit about that.
We are. I've hired 2 new people in the shop, which is really tough to do right now, finding employees. I've hired 1 full-time technician and then a porter to help out. And we've taken on some additional mechanical work in the back to try to keep more things in-house and to try to cut down on time.
Well, Ashley, tell us how we can learn more about Columbus Collision and get a hold of some of these great services.
They can always check us out at columbuscollision.com, or you can call at 614-350-8251.
Fantastic. Well, great information. Thanks so much for being on the show.
Thanks for coming out.
Like the Out and About Columbus Facebook page for pictures, video, and more on the show, including news, upcoming shows, and even exclusive behind-the-scenes content. That's facebook.com/OutandAboutColumbus.
Well, Alicia, good to see you again.
Good to see you, Mike. I'm happy to have you guys.
Happy New Year.
Thank you, and to you. It was a big one, that's for sure. The Out and About Columbus segments have been extremely positive to our traffic here, so thank you.
That's great. Well, of course, Valentine's Day is right around the corner, and I couldn't think of a better place to come and get some Valentine gifts. So what do you got?
Well, we have, of course, the usual champagne and wine and dark chocolate and all the different candies, and nothing says I love you or you mean something to me than a really beautiful, bottle of wine or champagne. But we also have candies and gummies and hearts and gummy bears and things for, kids that can be packaged up for Valentine's. And then every year we really are excited about the fact that we are now doing hand-dipped, artisan, huge gourmet chocolate covered strawberries with, white chocolate, dark chocolate, milk chocolate.
One of the things that struck me was I know back when we were around Christmas time and that you were talking about custom gift baskets. So I'm assuming you put something together custom for Valentine's Day, right?
Sure. I mean, you could actually even include those chocolate covered strawberries with some, nuts, cashews. Remember, we fresh roast those nuts here every day. So, you could put a basket together and you can make it for kids or for adults. We have just as many, kid-oriented novelty items as we do adults. So you can pick and choose whatever you want and even set your price point. If you want to spend $15, if you want to spend $50, if you want to spend $100, it's really your decision and we can do whatever you want.
Well, give us some contact information where we can find you and come out here and get some of the great IPAs, some of the great champagne, the wines, the candies, all the stuff.
Yeah, and some strawberries, right? From
some strawberries.
Yeah. So we're at 3150 Urban Crest Industrial Drive, just off of 270 in Grove City. And we're open Monday through Friday, 9 to 6, and Saturday, 9 to 3. And you can always give us a call at 614-539-7233 and ask for the store and let us know you're coming. We can pack stuff in advance if you want, or just have some stuff pulled for when you get here.
Yeah, it's real easy to get just off I-270.
Thank you.
Thanks, Alicia. Good seeing you again.
Good to see you, Mike. Thank you.
Miss any of today's show? Now you can catch it all on the go. Just visit onacolumbus.com for past episodes and all of our latest content. Well, what Buckeye fan wouldn't love to be down here in the OSU Stadium to get a picture for you or your family with the help of Pearlescent Portraits? Jean told us all about their package for the OSU football fan. Well, Jean, it is so great to see you today, and thank you for having us out down here at the OSU Stadium.
Thanks for coming out.
Well, Tell everybody why we're down here, because this is really exciting. I've never been down here before like this.
Well, this is one of our most unique portrait experiences. We do Ohio State Stadium portrait experiences. So you can bring your family out and you can have your pictures done on the 50-yard line, in the end zone, in the tunnel, in the stands, and on the players' bench.
Wow, I can't think of a more unique picture or experience for a family, especially kids. I mean, kids would have to love to be down here.
Yes, and some of the older kids too.
I bet they do. You know, this would make a wonderful gift for all kinds of things.
Yes, it does. It makes a great gift. We've had family members give it for 50th birthday, 25th wedding anniversary, Christmas gifts. We've had teams of realtors or title agencies come out and do their team pictures on the field.
Yeah, great idea. Never thought of something like that. Now, you do this several times a year, correct?
Yes, this year we've done it 4 times.
Oh, wow. So it must be a really popular thing. So I'm sure you have a wait list to get on. How do we find out how we get booked and to get on here and to get ourselves, a picture like this?
All you have to do is go to pearlescentportraits.com, and we have a tab there to sign up and find out about the next experience that we're having.
Wow. Well, Jean, thank you so much for sharing this information. This would be the most unique gift for somebody or yourself. Thank you so much for doing this for everybody.
Thanks for coming out.
Like the Out and About Columbus Facebook page for pictures, video, and more on the show, including news, upcoming shows, and even exclusive behind-the-scenes content. That's facebook.com/OutandAboutColumbus.
Well, if you're looking for a quality job on your roof, you want to contact Brothers Roofing and Construction. They pay attention to detail. It's one of the things that makes a job that is just fantastic. We talked to Bill Schmidt, and he told us more. Well, Bill, good to have Brothers Roofing back on the show.
It's always a pleasure to be here, Mike.
And we haven't seen you since before the winter, and of course, we've had some pretty rough months, especially February. It seemed like a lot of ice and snow. How would that impact people's roofs?
Well, the most common phone call we've been receiving are folks with leaks coming inside, primarily due to melting ice and water.
So how does that affect the people's roofs in terms of damage?
Well, if we have roof-to-wall connections where a slope literally runs right into a wall, ice and snow pile up, it melts off, goes behind the siding, runs down the wall inside. Another issue, of course, is it hangs on the gutters, pulls gutters off homes, or sometimes it just goes inside the soffit and inside.
Well, talk about this job you're doing here. These are older homes just outside of German Village. I understand that this roof had to be completely redone, and why?
This roof was an old slate roof where the slate was too brittle, crumbling. The expense for most is just astronomical when you put a slate roof on. So they asked us for an alternative. We suggested, let's just resheet the house. We have to because of the separation between the boards. Then we put the underlayment, the ice and water shield, the felt. We have to put the proper underlayment up there to prevent any further leakage, but this time we're going to go with a GAF product, which is very good. It breathes, and they're not going to have any more leaks. It's certainly much, much more affordable than a slate replacement.
What do you think separates you from other roofing companies?
Well, we pay very close attention to detail. I don't want any issues on our jobs. If we make a mistake, we have to correct it immediately. I don't want the homeowner having any further issues with their home.
Well, we're going to leave it there, Bill. Give us some contact information, how we can reach Brothers.
Well, you can either look us up on the web at brothersroofingconstruction.com, or you can call us 614-436-5588.
Yeah, quality job. I know you do great work. Bill, thanks so much for being on the show.
I appreciate it.
Want to be on the show? Reach out to us at info@outandaboutcolumbus.com. Do you have those musty odors in your home and you wonder where that smell may be coming from? Well, it may be because you have some standing water or some mold growing there, and we're working with a company that can take care of that mold remediation. We talked to Mark from Stay Dry Waterproofing, and he told us more. Well, Mark, good to have Stay Dry Waterproofing back on the show.
Thanks for having us.
You know, one of the things I keep hearing about is standing water in yards causing problems with the basement. What is that exactly? What causes that?
Yeah, it's not something to be ignored, really. Over time, it does cause a lot of pressure on the foundation. So if you have a lot of standing water in the yard, it's something you definitely want to have addressed.
One of the things that I've wondered about is, what are some signs that I'm starting to have that problem?
Yeah, some signs you'll see, you'll have usually odors is where it starts, dampness, moisture, discoloration on the walls in the basement or the crawl space. Crawl space is one of those areas out of sight, out of mind. It's easily to be ignored, especially if you don't monitor that area, but odors is always a big one. Mold builds up really quickly in crawl spaces. Us being the only waterproofing company who is allowed and to remediate mold, we usually do it for free. So saves our customers $2,000, $3,000, $4,000 sometimes. So.
What was the process for you to be able to do that? Be the only company that can do mold remediation?
Certifications. It's very time consuming. A lot of our companies don't dab into that.
What does mold remediation consist of? What do you actually have to do?
We do it to the standards of the EPA. So there's a containment to prevent cross-contamination. There's a chemical treatment, a removal process. There is air quality testing that we do to kind of make sure that everything's where it needs to be.
Now, does that mean the smell that I'm getting, that odor, will go away once you've completed your work?
Yeah, once the main thing is safe. Making it safe. So once it's safe, once it's been remediated to the standards of the EPA, odors will go away as well. So.
Well, Mark, give us some contact information where we can find Stay Dry waterproofing.
StayDryOhio.com, 614-339-3434.
Fantastic. Thanks so much for being on the show.
Thanks, Mike.
Miss any of today's show? Now you can catch it all on the go. Just visit onacolumbus.com for past episodes and all of our latest content. Well, we're back out at Glen Ridge in Newark, and boy, I'll tell you, keep in mind what a great deal in a home. This is a place that you can literally get in a home for what you're paying rent. Paul Cagini's joined me today. Paul, welcome back to the show. Good to have you on.
Thank you, Mike.
So tell us where we're at now. You're starting phase 2, is that correct? And some new streets are going on, some things are happening here, right?
That's correct. The sun's shining, and with this beautiful weather, we've actually built out our full phase here. We're starting phase 2. That's going to be starting here we've actually started the underground, and the roads will be in within 30 days.
And I know that you build some very high-end homes, and I see that same quality when I look at these homes. I mean, you just do a quality job. Hate to brag on you, Paul, but it's absolutely true.
Thank you. I think, we're proud of that. I think you can walk in this home and you can see the quality. We've got granite tops, taller base casings. It's a quality in there, in which you don't find very much today.
Well, how many homes are left, or how many lots are left before this project's going to be completely done?
The next phase is approximately 60-some lots. So we're going to do it, and we've got a couple more phases. So we're concentrating on the next phase now, and then once we have those lots committed and units sold, then we'll start the following phase.
Yeah. Well, the thing is, since we've last talked, the interest rates have dropped again. I want to talk to Carol and find out how the financing is. Well, Carol, last time we were out, rates have dropped again, making a great deal even greater. So tell us what's happening out there.
Well, interest rates have come down. They're 3% or less. So people can buy here for less than they're paying in rent. What we're doing is we're doing down payment assistance from the state of Ohio that's offered, and we are also offering a work equity program. So anybody that really wants a home, you want it, if you have a will, we have the way.
Yeah. Well, Carol, where can we learn more about the Villages at Glen Ridge?
Well, you can give us a call at 740-500-HOME. Or you can get on our website at thevillageatglenridge.com. Look at our floor plans.
No doubt. Why rent when you can buy right here at the Village?
Absolutely.
Thanks so much for being on the show.
Thank you.
Want to be on the show? Reach out to us at info@outandaboutcolumbus.com. Miss any of today's show? Now you can catch it all on the go. Just visit onacolumbus.com for past episodes and all of our latest content. We're taking you around Ohio to all the best places to see and do this season. Whether it's local favorites, amazing destinations, and everything in between. Rain or shine, we take you there.